Na'Vi, and Koi. So I think it's a map that's a little bit more in the middle for them.
Giants on defense,
even though they've
Fut
had
on
some
attack.
incredible
Fut.
attack sides in the past,
Comp are
including
these days.
6-0 versus Na'Vi and a 9-3 versus Fnatic last split. So
And not
they're
bad.
not a bad Lotus team. I just think it might be something that works.
I think that Yeta has to do a lot with the camera, but I think you can make that work these days. There's definitely some setups. I wonder if Fut have taken them. Definitely some good setups we've seen recently. K-Corp and some other team. Oh my god, he ate that Omen flash. Dude, this is weird. There's 7 people dueling here.
He's having a tough time getting involved, but Captain was there to support. Still is. There are so many tagged up players on GX.
Holy, look at the HPs. It's a very, very doable 2v4.
Big play needed. Yeta and Captain both trapped in tree, but they've got sight over the spike itself. Nice shot to start. Yeta with a big task.
Not too bad in the end, not too bad at all. 52, 40, 2-1 and
he's a little bit lucky. The one player he shot first was the only one that still had health.
Yeah, there's a lot to be made up for there, perhaps, and GX we'll see later on.
Oh, we never had 2 signs. That's
pushing the pull of this map when the rifles are out. How the round around has changed, perhaps to benefit them. We'll see. A lot of utility awaiting this seat push from Fut, and a lot of players too. They've already rotated in a second and a third member, and Purpo's the one taking that opening fight, building up the ultimate.
What I think of the Giants comp? It works, it's fine.
Low risk to this round for him as well.
The only thing I used to hate about something similar that they did on this map was
3 players stacked up on C.
The default over towards C where you use Skydog. I think it has some weaknesses, like the comp in general, especially on attack, but I think it's good at doing a good amount of stuff as well. Oh, turret kind of missed.
And lots of control still for the GX side without
like normally people would use the only thing I would change is that, and I normally don't talk about this much, that I would use the Cypher instead of the Killjoy.
13 HP left on Cloud, but
just because I feel like them getting out towards A on attack should be very, very hard once they don't insta-take it.
Nice shot from CNED.
Okay.
Plant will be in, so at least
They're allowed 1 death, so now that's a gun.
That's 2 kills now. I don't expect much more, and thankfully already
4 bullets. Let's see what he's got. He's already done enough.
Would be wonderful. He's got to almost pre-fire the
He's done enough though. There's one gun down.
The shenanigans of the opposing duelist. Something else I think definitely worth highlighting is I've loved seeing Purpo play this Neon. I think he's an absolute. It's not a gun.
Especially on attack of Lotus, but I only think they need 4 rounds.
To see it in.
Even like if you're a
this comp struggles to get outside of A. It also struggles to break a lot of the trips everywhere, so they have to kind of go around and find it.
If he goes down, he can't take it back now, y'all.
Purpo gets the op out. Is rotating to where the action is. I mean, they're not going to expect this.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right, Tom. He can't take it back now, y'all. I like to see if he goes around that
boy,
angle.
well, at least the confidence was there.
Straight out of the round. Hoodie trying to trade out, but with the Sheriff in his hat, he gets one.
Yeah, nice shot, and yeah, they know where this guy is. Oh, what the hell is that, man? What's the molly hit?
Happy to be traded out. Didn't see that one coming. 2 versus 3. Up on the floor. Chance for GX, maybe.
It's perfectly on the ledge.
We'll see what the decision making.
That's so unlucky.
But, it's not like they need the credits for the next. This was their bonus, and they can make it costly in a 2 versus 3. A few shots on the cracks, and this round could be theirs. Oh. Let's rethink it now. Oh.
Yeah, that's another Mr. Fallen shot. 1 HP, even still.
He's winning duels on 1 HP, and this guy missed the shot.
Getting a little bit shaky, but well, a 1v2 with
I think that the bonus is okay. The only thing that worries, like a 4 passing. I kind of like this from Giants though. They don't overuse that much util. It's only like a prowler and a flash. Get full info. They set up 1, and now they can rotate out heavy. Unless done some anti, and they've done this with 4 people in the past, they're never going to know 4 people are there. They don't know C's like super.
With Hoodie playing inside the B con in an aggressive spot. This is what it all hinges on. Is Cloud. He's pushed up on A, holding the contact around Rubble. There's a
both of these teams on defense,
that is huge. The timing there.
Their Sentinels should do a lot of damage. That's a lovely pick, man.
And now the pressure's on. I'm not sure that Hoodie should compete for this.
He's a little bit committed.
Okay, Flash sees nothing.
Normally people are like jump peeking here or whatever. This is like no man's land.
Oh, Fut are going back and forth here.
We should be one or the other, not in the middle.
They dodge the flash, they leave the space, and now they're right back in. Perfectly sold fake.
This round almost reminisces of their old comp,
30
where it
seconds
just
left.
relied on Cena getting an opener, but the thing is, when you have one of the best entry fraggers in the world, you can rely on that, frustratingly, because you talk about that last map, I'm talking crossfires, stuns, flashes, like all these cool little trap setup of util. CNED walked out, headshot first guy, walk out, headshot second guy, round over, plant spike. See you later, goodbye, my name's CNED, I'm better than you.
Nice to meet you.
Do they
like
create a
in
bit of
general,
pressure
yeah,
to make the
this
Viper
round
ult
for
go
Foot,
down? Doesn't look
it's
like it.
textbook. They slide it to the right, and they slide it to the left. They freeze, and what do?
Know what I'm gonna
GX
say?
have rotated all the way
3,000
to
for
C
everyone.
again, that they're convinced that, yeah, they've left A, they've gone to C, then they take it back now, y'all. It is perfect. You saw this coming, Tom. There was no Chris. There was none of that. Just the other stuff happened.
Is there anyone on Giant X called Chris? Because he would be quite cross right now. No, I'm gonna stop. It's getting ridiculous.
Okay, I regret. I'm sorry I brought that back up. That was me. That was my fault that time.
Well, we wait out the time.
Oh my.
It's early. Oh, nice few shots there. I like it. But it won't amount to much. GX get early control. They have rubble. And now
Okay,
better
pressure
setup.
created
I like
here.
Famsy's
Very
That is it at the
similar to
moment.
what I was talking
What
about
the
with
hell is
ABL.
this?
This is exactly what they do.
Oh,
The
it's
forward
that.
aggressive push, the quick
Okay, so it looks
move
like it's a
back.
mistake and they might push. I
Interestingly,
mean,
they've
they
actually stacked up the other side.
mistake,
He
man,
has
that's crazy
paranoia,
high.
which could potentially
I was gonna
get
say
him out of
maybe
it.
it's
Still
still a
gonna take
one-way
the
up
fight.
here,
Well,
but
he gets one.
straight up mistake.
Guess what? CNED's gonna trade it.
looking like a
It
Fio
leaves
smoke.
Cloud in a pretty rough position, but he's actually going to use their own
The
wall.
two-way smoke.
He's made it past. He's made it
Yeah,
past. They've not seen each other.
basically.
The battle is everything. Because of that, it leaves an opening on that side of the map. You have to now gamble players back in the other direction, and he's going to get them all the information.
He's actually used their Sky
Oh,
Dog,
man, dude,
as
imagine being
signal
a
of when he could
coach.
push. It
Just-
came out from
You
C,
just talked for
all the way
like
down mound and
a whole
stopped
minute
just
straight
around
on
the
what you
corner
want him to
from
do.
where he
Full
is
pass
right
and
now.
push
He was
over towards
exactly where
A,
he is
set up
now.
the omen,
He had
get
a
this
outside
one-way
C,
going.
grabbed himself the
And then
space around the
see the
mound.
full pass and
timing was
push, you're like, hey,
perfect.
this
I
is
think
going
he
good,
got a
you're
bit surprised
flicking
to
through all the
see Team there
players,
too, but
you land on the omen and you see him
adjusts
holding this
correctly,
one weight
finds the
that is
kill.
like miles above
As a
everyone
result,
else's
they walk
head.
into B with a free plan
Holy.
inside a Viper's pit and
It must be
outside
so
of the CNET.
devastating.
They can't even get
Knowing that
near
if you
the
lose the
toxins
round,
that
you
are
have to
already
eco.
depleted. Again, the word save starts to float around, especially knowing you're going through a pit for this retake. It's just not worth committing what few credits you can
You
bring
didn't
through
tell
the
them to
next
smoke
round.
correctly.
Which might even
Okay,
mean
yeah,
Purpo
so it's his
saving a
fault, you're right.
Bulldog here.
Yeah, I think the other thing as well was Cloud had Nightfall. So he had the one good counter
yeah.
to that ultimate, and the second he's dead. I think that's probably why CNED's playing in front of it. He's going to try and stop you being able to get any positioning. But this is the thing, like we'll always have arguments where there is compositions that might be fundamentally better if you run a different agent. Like I think it's fairly common when you look at a map like Lotus that you're...
A lot of weaknesses for the squad to work with. One player spotted aggressively in the angle, and they've got a stun. They're not gonna put it through though. Instead,
Shot.
Dry peeking him.
Hold up.
Purpo's taken
I mean,
full
that was
advantage
incredible,
of that
man.
mistake.
Did I just cast it again?
Yedeje and CNED down and out of the round, and now the weaknesses for GX. Well, they can go back and pick those rifles up later, and even for now,
Bro, it's been
without
really,
those rifles recovered, they've got the advantages in numbers. That's all they need now.
Never used to be
group up,
this
play
bad.
this one as a unit, and even better that there's an alarm bot
Like
sitting outside C.
the casters
A lot
in
of
Split
information
2,
to
it's
work
been
around.
through the roof.
This is going to be a tough one for Foot to get back
Starting
into.
them out.
They're at least. Yeah,
Oh
timing,
no,
timing,
he's gonna get
timing,
caught.
You're dead.
He's caught in the
and
act.
Both those rifles are now recoverable. It's Purpo's third kill of the round, and he caught them doing housekeeping.
expected anybody to re-aggress.
Oh,
These
boy.
fights have not been favorable in any scenario. The multi-kill king in a 1v5, it would be the best of them so far. He's gonna get
Okay,
nothing.
that's
And I don't
no.
think it's the last 2 seasons. Now they get to taste it themselves and tying up the scoreline as well.
Okay.
Fedinho
Dude,
opens it
smokes.
up with a kill to Mr. Fallen. The man
So
who
they're
couldn't
probably
die
gonna lean
last
back over
map
towards
now
A.
eliminated early on. Yedeje, there was a
Right.
world where he got both.
Smokes on defense
And I
though,
almost
only
felt like we
smokes this
lived in
time.
it. Not this time.
I like this from Giants
Wow,
insta clear over
jumping again.
towards C,
Shot.
and then with all the
Missed. He's actually
information,
gonna
they...
go, like,
Wait, why was he out
risky
here on the
fight.
open?
He's done that a couple of times, and
It's
it's
twice
a
now.
round where ultimately you had a man advantage. He had the information because the player already shot, just decided to take a gamble, and that gamble has not paid off. At a captain's position here is all going to come down to timing. Fedinho is watching, though, a good read, ready to try and catch those players. And although the Rolling Thunder is now online, the advantage
Breach, sure,
definitely
but
sits
they have
when you look at those
Killjoy.
ultimates for the defense.
They get a plant for heaven thinking that he's going to ult here and they'll be safe over towards heaven, right?
Where's Cracks going? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this, Tom. They're
Hoping
splitting.
the ult isn't over towards
Let's see
stairs
where
right
the
now.
positions end up, 'cause I thought Cracks was going in towards tree. Instead, he breaks the seeker. He goes back. He's with his teammate. Now I like it again. But the problem is,
They planned for this.
going to be locked out.
And he, from here, does breach damage with it? This it does, right? Yeah, look at it. He has ult, breach damage.
The second they try and get into the site,
A lot.
it's not actually going to help them
Can
that
delay this a lot.
Aftershock to slow them down. The time is ticking, but they need to start hitting some shots if they're going to hold this. Peek out already. There's one, but the trade is immediate.
Position
But
was
that
good.
clock really is ticking, and they don't know where CNET is. It's
Oh,
just going to come down to Purple.
he melted him. No time on it though. Yeah, they played that so well. Just so on top of the fact that they had the kill. They need to plant. They need to take map control. They're probably going to ult here because of it. Because of the map control they have. They're over towards B. They're probably going to go through Hobbit. All just a little decisions from the information that's been fed to them.
Position best economically in winning this. They'll crush their opponent's economy and leave them in a pretty rough position at 5-3, likely 6-3, and they just run away with the half. This is a big round.
Cloud jump spotted close, and then he got timing going back. Oh, okay. So it wasn't as bad as it looked.
See Cloud aggressive play. It seems like a risk a lot of the time. The TP into the site. He's got the read wrong though, and that one's for free. Cloud made it back, and there hasn't been a punish. Still having utility to try and deny. It's going to be a battle towards Hoodie, and he's caught switching
Ouch, man.
between aiming in and aiming out. Now Purpo's the man to
surely not.
fight. It's a little bit awkward, and he's ended up stuck in the mud as well. Full commitment from these fights for the players of GX, and well, it now puts the advantage back with Foot again.
Tino's thinking about peeking. It's just for the information, I guess. He's backed off now. Early read was around Cloud's aggression. Now they wait for him to re-aggress into this position. Yennege's lurk expected but not dealt with. A clean first shot cam up. He's not going to activate it. He's just trying to draw their crosshair for a moment, but Famzy focused in, finds the first. Unable to land out of Captain, and he snuck away. This could be a problem now. The crossfire's become a big issue. The stun in play, not even needed.
Been so many big jewels to just get him. He's not going to hit the numbers, but Cena's very consistent.
There's a world where GX could easily be in the lead.
It's working, yeah. It's been a whole thing around Foot where no matter what agent he's on, they give him a lot of freedoms. Even if, like, you know when they were playing the Sage on this map, he still had unreal freedom.
Nice shot by CNET. That was one of the pistols eliminated.
Wait, was he playing the Sage? I can't even remember now. Am I getting it confused with Bind, maybe?
Nightfall might be expanded for this round.
Ooh, hold up.
Caught Cracks. Now I think they'll commit it. They want to
Yeah, and he's got to be looking at the fatal, thinking he could send this.
Purple only had a pistol that time. The next set of spams not landing, but the night falls in.
Good combo.
Purpo's quickly up close.
He was Jet, yeah, but they let him luck. I think that's right. Cracks was Sage, okay. He would like luck up towards A on his own, and the rest of the team would be going C. Like he has the freedom.
Bit by bit, allowing his teammates to regain their senses, and then he strikes. There's a reason for GX. They've been taught a few lessons this year.
Ooh, they missed their cage to cover up the camera
listen,
here.
They've had a long time to think about some of the previous losses they've had, and especially when you look at this map, the amount of rounds they've
Still gives them info though. Still gives them info that they're fighting over towards C, so the insta hitter, well, insta reactively take. C control. Wait, this is actually a nice take. The dash over towards here, so when you open up the door, you catch the man in the open. Yeah, dude, this guy's just getting the most multi-kills we've seen. On in the all, they can just spam over towards here. He doesn't have many places to hide though.
Again, for GX, in a normal round, you start to think about saving at this point, but I'm not sure they can afford that anymore.
Who's IGLing for Giants? Cloud at the moment.
But no ultimates to play with. Nightfall expended in the previous round. I bet they wish they had it now. Clearing out this pit is definitely not going to be easy. And you can see they've left Anna Captain in the corner. His only goal is to survive. The rest is just going to try and defend him. Make it so much more difficult to get anything with the pit. Nice shot from Purpo, but that time is ticking. Snakebite going to make it even lower. Sees, will catch, Cracks. It makes it awkward for him. Another kill for Purpo. And a Captain's still standing though. And he's just doing it all himself.
He's 1 HP.
For the ace. He was just a
he hears him.
second away from getting
he's
it.
hunting.
He's going to hunt for it. He's trying to chase down Purpo. That's exactly what it is.
And he gets on the edge.
Survives the round. acing against GX.
This guy, man.
That's gotta suck. You call
I think he had 46 HP or something when he
48,
started.
somewhere around there. Yeah.
When he started in that Viper's pit.
They do their Viper smoke over
pulls out a
towards here to
shorty
create
and
pressure
says
to
just
also
gat them
potentially
down, hunts
find
them
out if
into
the
their
Killjoy
spawn.
utils here.
I would say a confidence builder if I
Makes
didn't
a lot
think
of sense
Fut
because they've got the
already had
Cypher to cage out
confidence.
early here
I look
anyway.
so confident after that.
It's one of those rounds
They
that
got some nice stuff, but
GX are
give them that.
not going to want to learn a lesson of. You just want to forget about those ones.
Some nice stuff.
That is a very bad time.
They still have a buy. Couple of Guardians in play. Blaze Storm for Cena, but he hasn't really needed it. Up and above, he goes straight into the hands of Hoodie. An audacious attempt. Maybe going for style points at this time of the game, but
Fnatic play
already
tomorrow,
7
yeah.
rounds on their
Second
attack,
game.
looking stellar. And as said, there's been advantages many times, opening kills many times for GX. Can they finally convert one?
I think we finally just seen what happens when CNED runs into the whole team with 3 players, right? He dives in, can't isolate a duel, gets dropped. Okay, no problem. 3A, nobody B. Leave out lurkers like Mr. Fallen to try and catch them late. Yetijay's position. Look at his
and
position.
he can just stay alive
inside of
here.
B-main. This is unprecedented. They've dropped
Oh,
the
man, they just
forgot
play
about
so
their
well
back.
together.
Mr. Fallen gets it, and now they're focused everywhere. But
Yeah,
behind,
either he gets
just
a
one
double
player, Cloud,
or
watching it still.
Ata gets a
Wary
double
that
there.
Yetijay might round the corner, and he's got his reward.
Oh my goodness.
It's a messy fight. Cracks with the flash, but it's already halved. He needs to swing now, and it's too late. They've got it
Yeah, ended up
across
being
the
a nice
line.
retake, guys.
This guy is 15-6 versus Fut.
Yeah, it's nice that
not like
Purpo's like
Fut have been
finally
playing a bad game.
overcome.
CNED is on point.
I'm just gonna call it what it is,
Definitely on
nerfs,
point.
because
So I think whether
he's always been that
it's the
guy in
end of their
practice
journey or
that
not,
pops off
he's gonna be
a
someone
lot.
I definitely want to see.
And he's had multiple
in the league
chances
next
of
year.
proving
Well,
it, but
these
he's
two
never
advantages
had
they
like
have are
a
off
consistent
Purpo coming
team.
out
He's
of
always
nowhere with
been
3K.
a stand-in for
That's
like
2 out of 4.
Gambit game
And I
or
think
something
he's
like that.
heavily involved in the others as well,
It's nice
so
that like after
his impact
multiple
has been
games,
huge.
he's kind of got over the
Shining
nerves
light
and
for
he
this
can
squad
show
guard
how good he
never
is.
used, finds nobody, and much more
He is a
passive
beast.
hold out of Cloud. I like that he's swapping his position, switching it up, keeping Fut on
Yampy,
the feet.
hello,
meaning
hello.
utility
How you
falls
doing?
Dry. Big flank underway. Players spotted
What
it.
did I
Yetijay
eat
still
today?
tucked in, and they might have time
It's
to clear it
like
now, having already seen him.
some
The stun
steak
goes through.
noodle
They've
thing
got him isolated,
with
blinded up and dealt with, but he
Lumion.
still gets one.
Wait, he got a
Fancy,
double
though,
there?
has recovered, finding himself the double, putting them ahead by 2, and now the death ball into the A site.
Tasty, it was
commences
banging,
with
yeah.
Cracks and out of captain.
Best of
Having
luck
the
tomorrow,
world on
Yampy.
their shoulders, some utility to slow them down, but it's the fights. When these fights come through, they shouldn't be isolated, but they are! It's out of captain again! 3 kills, and Cloud with it all to do. He has to find Cracks, who snuck into the corner, and he's done it. Just
Hey, he's
about
got time.
recovered on this round. The time, the only remaining enemy, and it will be close. But not close enough. 0.32 of
Guys,
SC.
like,
the,
for
if
them to
Fut
win
play this well, they only need
with their
4.
current trajectory, he needs to get
I
like
think the
40
Giants are going to be
kills
doing this
for
all
that,
the
which
time
is
when they
not
get
the
A
greatest
control
sign,
because
but
they can't
hopefully
really, in
with
my
those
mind,
last
retake
couple,
back over towards A unless they use like
see
this
a
guy
couple
dog
more
for
wake
it,
up.
which I think is going to get shot
Ready,
as well.
an aggressive stance to try and defend
But
this
we'll
C
see.
side,
I
and
want at
B
one point
is
in the
left
buy rounds for it to be
completely
going
open.
aggro over towards.
It will be
It's
an
going to be a straight up
afterblock,
retake
but
though. They have a camera to
I'm guessing
check
by
numbers.
Fut, this was by design.
That's numbers 1, 2, 3. They didn't see the Killjoy.
Up for a while for Fut.
Think maybe at 4.
They've seen enough players make it through. I think at least 3 with the steps, and they're wary that Cloud wasn't seen, that he could be around here.
This is pretty
I love this late play
pretty
by
methodical
Fut.
at the
fact that they
moment, and
go
like the
around
main
bubble,
places they got to
3
be holding
players
is over towards
clearing
here, and
that
they've only got
angle.
1 player, so
Even one
Vitinho
going
needs to
on
win
the
out
left
the
while
duels.
The other 2 are right. And all their bases covered.
There's the
Yetijay's
duels.
picked up Vitinho. It's looking quite bad now for the attackers. GX need a hero, and they won't find one. Not unless it's Hoodie, stuck behind a smoke. 4 players to take down, and the spike already diffusing halfway. He's got to swing.
Look at
Does
how well
to
they
even find
handled
the
this.
one
Oh
before
my
CNED
god.
roots him out.
Yeah,
Takes
this
the
was really cool
defuse.
though. They
So he's
knew,
now
because they
halfway
gave up
to getting
A,
that
they
blade
knew
storm
that when
after
you take
round
over
1.
towards B, pretty much the main...
A pistol.
There's been a couple of teams that throw like their Viper smoke there once they go towards
Early
B. I
push,
like that a
quite
lot.
Aggressive by Purpo, but he's fallen back.
Yeah, maybe it's just
Grouped up with the
teams on
team now,
defense
and they have a
open this
decision
door
to
more,
make.
but
Go
I
through
think
the
that teams
smoke,
on attack
opening the doors. If
ought
they're
to
loose, it's
be playing main
all to go
way
through
more.
that door.
Everyone
Straight towards
prioritizes
Mr. Fallen. He's up very close,
orbit,
too
but
close for
angle-wise
comfort
for
in a
that
round like
plant,
this with so many
you're
weaknesses.
always out in the open, you're
GX
swinging into
haven't
the wall,
committed.
you're going to lose the jaw.
Went in, took the space, now
Already
fight
the
their way back
time.
and straight
Dude,
into
of course he
Attica.
gets
He's only
2.
good for
Pretty
2.
much, yeah.
And up against the
Always good
pistols,
for 2,
he's
pretty
done
much always
quite a
good
bit
for
of
3.
damage.
Good damage.
But it gives them a chance now to take those nasty close positions and maybe find some value.
It's definitely not going to be easy. Still have the flashes. Of cracks. The paranoia as well. Cam can even clear an angle if they need to. Vitinho with the Bulldog is going to be the main threat. And he's going walkabouts. He's trying to find somebody wrapping this close angle. Flash not going to affect him. But already, those fights have not gone his way. Famzy left alone. Anything would be nice.
Look how clean it is. Okay, I'm really expecting Fut on the bonus here to go aggro A. And I'm kind of interested to see how Giants want to retake A once they've done like a BC default.
Or at least push this guy off A back.
I guess they put a smoke in.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
I'm surprised that Fut don't go aggro here. Maybe it's coming later.
In this early round.
Maybe because of this wall, they want to make this a hard choke point anyway.
A lot of map control, so you can already see a gamble back towards the B site. While GX
Demon.
Pressure and probe.
Demon, thank you for the prime.
Maybe hope for an empty B site.
Appreciate
it's not going to be the case. A couple of players here, but again, the weaponry not favorable.
Not a huge amount of information either, just Mr. falling close, and the paranoia has pushed them back for a moment. It was traded. Oh, damage is huge. With support from further back, Reveal is in, and it's caught one kill. Oh, Yedajay's in trouble, but he's made it out while CNED picks up one. Having come through the door, he's down to a classic, and lit Hoodie enough that a spam through the smoke was enough to take him down. The slide
yeah, they get
out
the
from
bonus.
That gun's really not bad.
Yeah, Fut are one of the better teams with Breach at the moment.
Still going to be a purchase here.
It's so interesting that they're so fine letting them play A. Just make here and here a hard choke point.
It means if they
honestly,
lose
even here.
It might just be GG.
Pretty cool wall.
Well, it's a tack round, right? Guys, if we think we're better than them, let's prove it. Here and now. Force buy it. See what you can get done.
How'd that go?
Well, not great for him. There was an of course.
Wait, did this work?
But
there's really a one-way there.
Maybe it can work for GX.
Never even looked at that.
Captain.
Zetic with the prime, thank you so much.
That slowed them. Nobody can push
Done
through
good
that
to
door
hold
now.
this though.
Got
his back.
In play, but they've wrapped on it instead, and it's not worked out. He hits the shot on the slide. And now the swing
look at it. Look at the crossfire jumping down over towards the side though. Mr. Fallen did unreal. Shout out to Atta, by the way. He's looking like one of the best players in the world. He's doing everything insanely well.
And with 35 seconds left, the spike hasn't been planted, Tom, and we're down to a 2 versus 1. They have allowed him to get it in play though. Time on the side.
Bladestorm available if needed. Reposition from Cloud is not bad, but he slightly missed the timing. You'll hear the steps. Only so many positions he can be, but the ping seems to be
they're
going
not
in the
actually
wrong
considering this.
Reed not quite there. They've got this one completely wrong, but the shot's not connected.
Oh man, that's a great right click. Again, it's just not going well from.
It's not going to be happening. Fut will climb up to 11.
Giants, because of the plant, means they actually can buy on this. 2-9 on top. Tyrandre, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the. How do I say your name?
Fading. Round by
Irie, Andre, maybe?
Okay.
Thanks for the 4 months, man. Appreciate the prime.
Dropping him, caught on the way through. Spotted by Ada Captain. Great reveal.
Dude, no one's shooting this trip.
Placed earlier, and good thing Yedajay was still alive. That's given the advantage over, and a bit of damage.
Cloud gets ult. They need a miracle round. He's going to use it. If he gets a kill, he gets Seekers. He'll use that as well.
He's going to try and wait this one out. Needs to make sure he's alive in that late round scenario. Oh, it's going to be used, but they try and fight the cross. Obviously not affected by any of that utility. Mr. Farland's found another. Vitinho, he's done fantastically well. 3 kills under his belt now. Putting this into a 2 versus 2, make it just 1.
Dude, V5 at his peak. Hero run from Vitinho. Thought that it's right, and
very aggressive push coming through from CNED.
Pretty much just that. I need it to be 100% right for me to be fully into it.
You got this, bro. You got this. You don't need my YouTube.
Yeah,
Flash? Nah.
I'm busy. In a minute, wait. Well, they've conceded the control instead, and...
what?
Well, I'm not sure I can
and
criticize
that's
Turbo
pretty unlucky.
Whatsoever for that.
Like that they changed up the wall on this.
So, unlucky, my dude.
Yeah, the best player so far from GX has just died to straight BS.
Would you coach Na'Vi?
I don't know what.
Bro, yeah, at the moment, that's the best one you can get, I would say. Stocks in the bin. Wait, where did this molly? Did the molly go on top of the tree? Yeah, don't know about that one.
Popped in to try and help him out. Thing is though, trades are effective. Aftershock is going to delay them for a little bit. 40 seconds left. They still have time to play with the pit.
Not sure about
the
that
other
one.
side of the map. You can't really expect
Firework.
Captain to leave his post until the very last second.
30 seconds on this. 2 over towards A. Valorant. No Omen Flash. He's gonna play close though, right? I would have been so tempted to have done that.
Thought the Odin was good for spamming, but Mr. Fallen's opened my eyes. Aggressive play from Hoodie. Knows the space is free. Why not take it?
10 seconds left.
They'll have a chance to convert a couple of kills as they make their way through. You just have to hope and pray it's not the Stinger that comes running around that corner. He could be in a lot of trouble. Makes it doable. Time still a concern. They've wrapped around, looking to isolate as well. Now Fancy's the last one standing. Spray is good, but he's caught by the Rolling Thunder. Cracks
timing
with 3
on it
kills
as well.
has secured the 12th round for Fut.
Yeah. Again, these retakes. It was the same with eliminating GX.
And so far, the most GX have been able to obtain is 2 in a row, closing out the half or opening it with the pistol and the follow-up in half number 1. We need to see a stall out of this Fut side. And it's almost incomprehensible the level GX would need to hit, starting with 3 pistols and 2 rifles. Purpo managed to find a lot of value, both with the pistol and with his ultimate in the past. The ult is online. Feeling we might even see it used. But another problem, Tom, is getting past the Cypher utility. Luckily, they're gone to the C site where there's no Cypher util waiting. There is, however, a Cypher who's getting a great run straight in.
What the hell?
No kills
26 and 20 HP.
Yeah.
A lot of low HPs here.
Down to sub 30 HP. Could have come out with 2 kills instead. He's made it a bit easier for his team.
God.
And now
Poor
Carter's
guy.
going to join them.
26,
Another
20,
sub
17
30
HP.
player. Vitinho
Mr.
has
Fallon,
more than all of them
Omen Flash,
combined,
Mr.
but
Fallon with a Stinger who
doesn't
could
really have the
really
weaponry to
clean
play
this
with
one
it.
up.
Wary of his
Vitinho
flank.
is the only
Aftershock,
person with
you've
HP.
got to move. It's forced them all into a similar corner, but Captain's been trapped. Held back for a second. This fight is everything.
That's the
Has to
person
be
with
won and it
HP.
isn't. Now they're all just cannon fodder. Every single member low and everyone
Wow,
will
what a
fall.
masterclass from them.
It is done and
Yeah, a bit of
dusted. Clean sweep.
I mean, Giants comp just, with their comp, they
that is the demise
can't really
of
get more than
Giant
4
X.
rounds
This is
on
where
attack
the
in my
story
mind.
ends for G